Well, ladies and gents, it was only a matter of time. Lucasfilm is reportedly planning Disney Plus short films of Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. Because, of course they are. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they want to ruin more stuff? This is like the worst thing ever. For goodness sake. It's kind of one of those things that you hear and you just go, but of course. But of course they are. Now this is obviously just a rumour, just as an FYI, but I can believe it. I genuinely can believe it. So take it with a pinch of salt, but is this outside the realms of possibility? No, absolutely not. But a new rumour basically suggests that Lucasfilm plans to announce some star-studded short films at this April's Star Wars celebration. And you know, it does make sense, because what do they have actually on the horizon that they're going to announce? Not actually a lot. I mean, one movie, I think, with Damon Lindelof running it. I mean, one movie with Damon Lindelof. That's supposedly all that we know of at this point in time. And bearing in mind, like, a lot of the stuff that they announced never actually happens. They've done this before. The Acolyte, we know that that's... I mean, they've been shooting that, so that's fine. But there's nothing really on the horizon, so they need a heavy hitter. And they need it for a few reasons, by the way, just to clarify. They need it for a few reasons, because they need it for, obviously, the fans, to get the fans excited, so investors are happy. You know, stocks, shares, kind of the sort of brunt of their business, realistically. And they need that. And this is why you find a lot of these things being announced periodically, at events or close to events, or close to earnings calls. They've done this time and time again. So it's not outside the realms of possibility. I can believe it. Let's dive into it, right? Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, was the first time Lucasfilm used de-aging. Not bad, actually. That was with Peter Cushing and then Carrie Fisher. Not bad. Actually, not terrible. I think the Peter Cushing one was alright. A little bit weird, but, not bad. And then it got really good, actually, with Mark Hamill here as Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian. I think that was pretty damn decent, actually. All things considered, not terrible. And then obviously Lucasfilm then later tried to recast Alden Ehrenreich as Harrison Ford's earlier baby version for Solo, A Star Wars Story. So de-aging stuff's not... It's nothing new to them. Now, interesting rumour doing the rounds begins to claim that at this April Star Wars celebration, Lucasfilm will announce a new series of Disney Plus short films featuring Han, Luke, and Leia. So, not content with butchering those characters enough, they want to do more. Of course. Now, the rumour itself is Sean O'Rourke, a multi-talented professional with over 20 years' experience in the film industry, supposedly. He's worked with companies HBO, CBS, Warner Brothers, Disney, Lionsgate, Blumhouse, blah, 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 blah. We can't just go, oh yeah, no, he's full of it. And also, I can believe this. So, would Harrison Ford, Hamill, would they reprise their roles and just be de-aged? I think that's unlikely. I think it would be a case of... so Harrison Ford and both Mark Hamill have had extensive de-aging stuff done. I can believe that the deepfake technology is a little bit better for them now, because Harrison Ford just had that all done for Indiana Jones. I can believe Mark Hamill had an extensive amount done for his Mandalorian appearances. So I can believe it. Now, they say here, this raises a lot of interesting questions, including whether Ford and Hamill will return to reprise their roles. The latter seems more likely than the former, basically saying that Mark Hamill will come back, more than likely, but Harrison Ford probably not. I think, in fairness, Harrison Ford, you pay him enough money, he will pretty much do it. Mark Hamill will come back anyway, because he just always comes back. constantly. He's always happy to do anything. It seems, that chap, eternally happy. Harrison Ford, I mean, he's just come back for Indiana Jones. I think you could probably convince him, if he's had a good experience on that. I think you could convince him to come back for Han Solo. Now, Leia's return obviously would be, well, yeah. I don't know if they sold the likeness over the family. They may have done. You know, get some money, residuals. They may have done. Now, this gives Alden Ehrenreich another shot at Han, potentially. Maybe, if he's not going to be de-aged. So, it's interesting. Now, needless to say, in terms of all of this, if they announce this, don't expect it, because a lot of this stuff is just announced regardless anyway. And this is the tweet in question, by the way. I'm hearing a rumour of new Disney Plus series announcement coming at Star Wars Celebration of a series of short films with Luke, Han, and Leia. I can believe it, but don't expect it. And the reason why I say don't expect it is simply because we have a history of things being announced and never coming to fruition. This being definitely on the cards as one of those things that just won't appear. But I can believe it simply because Disney is more than happy to keep just ripping things apart and pissing in your face and, you know, going, oh, it's just raining, don't worry. Don't worry, guys, that's not pee, it's just rain. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, look, I'm not here for it. I don't care. I don't want Disney Plus series about these characters, because the thing about these characters is the more you explain what happened to them that you don't know, the less interesting they become. And Disney have a habit of doing this with everything. You need to leave some of the mystery around these characters. You've explained too much, and you've wrecked the mystery on far too many things. So I'm not here for it. I don't care. I don't want this, personally. But what do you guys think? Would you be down for this or not? A Luke, Han, and Leia series of short films. Let me know down below in the comments. Again, personally, I don't care. I don't want it. I'm not interested, but you guys might. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Please do. Love to have you here more often. Let's beat YouTube and their weird algorithm at the moment, suppressing this channel. Love to have you here more often. Give the video a like, and please do share it. Cheers, guys. Take care.